God, that John Legend. I spin it so much. Like, it's so next level how great he is. Ah! What's up? Pimple Popper Nation. This is so cool. I've had the craziest week this past week, and I couldn't be any more blessed and more excited to share with you how much fun I've had. Um, the coolest thing, like, we did a topic on our show this morning. What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on the internet? And, I've had a few YouTube videos go over 1 million views on a different channel, but this is just the best. I've always loved pimple popping, and my girlfriend loves pimple popping too. Everywhere I go, she's always checking to see if there's anything she could pop. But my favorite show, my mom watches it, I watch it with her too. It's TLC's Dr. Pimple Popper, Sandra Lee, all the way in LA. And there's a video, and I've actually been talking to the young man, Brandon, who had all these pimples on his head, and Dr. Pimple Popper miraculously got them all out in time for his wedding. And I talked to him, and he said he's doing great. I literally talked to him this morning since the taping, and he had a wrap on his head, and it looked like a butterball turkey. And I did a joke about it, not disparaging, it was an uplifting thing. And Dr. Sandra Lee, she posted it on her Instagram, her Twitter, Facebook. A lot of you watching the video, you know the story. And that was so surreal and so cool to me. Like, she is my favorite person to watch on the internet, back to her pimple popping YouTube days. And I'm happy that her show is going well, and everyone should watch it. Not necessarily for the cool, squishy grossness that most people tune in. I come from a medical family, and my dad, and I'll brag on my dad all day, I don't give a you-know-what. He's really good at making patients feel themselves. And Sandra Lee is on a whole different level when it comes to that. That is, to me, growing up around doctors, that is, to me, the craziest thing about the show. How good she is about doing all that. So I appreciate her. I appreciate all these extra. Man, it's not that many. It's not like a gazillion, but I'm not internet famous or anything like she is. But yeah, I'm gonna do some. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. I'm gonna do some videos. I'm gonna recap episodes. I love the show, and this is the first one, and that was probably my favorite episode of that show ever. Because of Brandon. And then, what was his name? Lenny got that boob taken out of the side of his arm, the chip on his shoulder. That was great. I didn't understand why he's a germaphobe, though. Like, all due respects to him, that is the one person I did not think would be a germaphobe. But anyway, that's not here nor there. But that show's the best. Everyone should go watch it. And I'm not just saying that because she shared that on the gram and on the Twitter, Facebook, and all that stuff. So there you go. And also on my YouTube, I don't do this that often, but I posted my full set, one of my favorite sets I've ever done, at 10 Buck Comedy in Atlanta. It was a sold-out room. And I want to thank Joe Pettis for inviting me. Connor Larson was on that lineup out of Nashville. Lawrence Killebrew, who's been on Comedy Central. Ian Aber. There were so many talented, diverse comics. Ben Brainerd that were on there. And it was such a fun show. So go watch the full video on the YouTube page if you want to see what my stand-up comedy looks like. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. It really was. I got a few big shows coming up. I have one this Thursday at the Joint in Little Rock. That should be fun. And my big produced comedy show. For those that are new, I produce comedy shows, and I've only produced them in my hometown, and we've had big crowds all the time. My first produced comedy show in Little Rock is coming up with Dusty Slay, one of my favorite stand-ups. It was crazy. I'll share the story on the day of the show, March 20th, of how the show all came together. Dusty Slay just got done touring with Bert Kreischer. He just got done doing Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon. So Dusty Slay coming to Little Rock. We need you to get those tickets. Go to CarterThePower.com is where you can buy them pre-sale. And Dusty is just incredible. It'll be at Brewski's in downtown Little Rock. Slide in the DMs if you have any questions regarding that. But yeah, it's a great week. Enjoy life. Celebrate life. Make life happen, okay? At Carter the Power. It's good vlogging with you again. Dr. Pimple Popper. I need my Pimple Popper Nation out there. What up? And last but certainly not least, you can go on my YouTube and see this video as well. LeBryant Crew, my lifelong friend from El Dorado, Arkansas. We are football, basketball, bandmates. When I first started comedy, he would ride with me to gigs, and this dude is such a world-class singer, and I don't like throwing that word around a lot. He's a world-class singer, and we need you to support him on NBC The Voice, okay? He's Team Adam. Go back to my earlier video and watch LeBryant belt it out, and I interview him right after he announced the Team Adam. So, there you go. I gotta go. At Carter the Power.